Hello and welcome everybody. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thank you for joining me, everybody. I'm here with the Sagittarius April 2022 horoscope. We've got some wonderful things happening this month. We've got beautiful energies with Jupiter, Neptune and also Pluto. I'll talk more about this in your in-depth horoscope in a moment. The other interesting things are that we've got 2 new moons in many places in the world, except if you're west of Salt Lake City, you would have had your new moon on the 31st. But mostly it's on the 1st for most people. We've also got a partial solar eclipse at the end of the month as well. For you, it's in your 6th house of everyday work, habits, health and well-being. So that brings a lot of new beginnings for you. Okay, so it's a pretty good, there's always uphill and down dale sorts of energies that go on, but there are a lot of really positive, beneficial aspects this month. Okay, so firstly, I like to draw 2 tarot cards as theme cards for the month for you. We'll have a look at your in-depth horoscope after that. I won't be doing a psychic channeling because these videos are getting bigger than Ben-Hur and I'm trying to keep them under 20 minutes. Okay, if you're new, subscribe and be alive and hit that notification bell right now. Okay, let's go to the board and have a look at what these cards have to say. All right, I'll just straighten that up. All right, let's rock and roll now. So the first theme card, the first half of the month, if you like, if you want to think of it that way, will be this one. I'll close my eyes. An elephant never forgets, I see an elephant here. He's sort of blue and grey. Maybe there's some sort of issue that you're reminded of that's still a bit tender, and you're just remembering something from the past. But whatever's happened, there's always a reason for it. Sometimes we don't understand what that reason was, why we had to suffer, or why we had to go through that particular event. But just become aware, if that happens and you have that memory of the past where you felt hurt in some way, try to find the silver lining and work out what it is that you've learnt from that. The card that comes up is the Knight of Cups. This is all about exploring your emotions and being open to any emotions that come up. It's actually a good thing, because it can bring you confidence and new beginnings. If you can feel your emotions, eventually they'll soften so it's not so, hurtful, or you just have to come to a place of acceptance that, yes, that happened and it doesn't have to happen again. You can see here he's seated on a lobster, as you do. And this is all about the subconscious. So going down into the subconscious and allowing those things to come out. But it's also about going out into the world and having some fun. And there's some great energies for fun this month for you. Go out and explore the world a little bit and explore your emotions, and you'll find that, fun, leisure and pleasure can be on your agenda. All right, let's look at the second half of the month now and we'll see what comes up. Let's go with that one. Ants. I see ants. Are you having problems with ants at the moment? It might mean that there's rain coming, okay? That's one possibility. But from a spiritual possibility, ants often refer to being busy and active, okay? Getting on with the small jobs in life, but getting stuff done. And we do have Mercury going across 3 different houses this month, which does imply that there's a lot of activity and communications in these areas that I'll come to in a moment. The card that comes up is the Knight of Pentacles. This is fabulous for your money. You might find new ways of working or acquiring skills that can improve your money supply. Okay, you're likely to be stronger around money this month. So sometimes what we have to do is leave a job to get a job, and there are lots of energies here around your work, so that's quite possible. I just noticed here Pluto, which has been in your second house for a fair while, it's at 28 degrees, so it's still going there. I think it's probably only moves 1 degree per year, or a bit shorter than a year. So that means that it could still got 1.5 degrees, so it could be anywhere from like 6 to 12 months. It's still going to be here, but then it'll be finished. And Pluto is a planet of life, death and rebirth, and so there could be some rebirth around your money coming in the next 12 months or so. Maybe you'll go back to do a job you used to do, or something. Some of the skills that you used to have could now be necessary for a new job, and even if it's a promotion, you might find that, but you're becoming stronger around your finances. Okay, so bear those two cards in mind. I'm just going to make this a bit bigger so that you can see it. Alrighty, so I'll get these two cards and put them here to remind you as we go along what they were on about. Okay, so Jupiter and Neptune get together every 13 years or so, but in Pisces it only happens about once every 150 years, so it's quite special because it's going to really improve your life spiritually speaking. And Jupiter and Neptune are here in your family zone, so it could be some improvement around your family or the home that you live in. Okay. All right, let's have a look at your horoscope now. The new moon is in your 5th house, joining Mercury, Sun and Chiron. And this is either the 31st or the 1st of April. In most of the world, it's the 1st of April, but west of Salt Lake City, it's on the 31st. So it's a great time for coming out of your shell, expressing your real desires. It's a great time to start some new creative project, or perhaps romantically, you might want to, you might be attracted to someone, you might want to, approach that person or pursue that person. You can enjoy sports, games and entertainment. It's a fabulous time for leisure and pleasure. Then from the 31st of March to the 3rd of April, Mars conjuncts Mars. Please be careful with this energy, because Mars will give you a lot of energy, but you could be irritable or impatient, and sometimes accidents can happen under the influence of Mars. Okay, so that's what happened to me. I've been saying that to people. Maybe I made it a self-fulfilling prophecy, and you just feel better. You go and do something, and there's some sort of minor thing that can happen. So then we have 4th to the 2nd of May. Venus moves into your 4th house, bringing a beautiful energy into your home or with your family. You could make your home more pleasing. You could do some redecorating, and there's a lot of harmony and peace around you and your family, and you could be feeling quite affectionate towards people that are close to you. Maybe you do some entertaining, invite friends over to have a meal. That would be fabulous. The 8th of April to the 11th of April, Mars conjuncts Venus. This is very good for romance, because you could be feeling quite passionate. There's strong sexual feelings, and your urge to be with someone could be quite strong now. If you're not in a relationship, you might go out and try to find, somebody suitable. If you are in a relationship, it could rejuvenate your relationship, and it's fabulous also for art and creativity. The 6th of April to the 15th of April, Jupiter conjuncts Neptune, and I talked about this before a bit in your home and family zone. your mind might be full of new ideas about what you can do to make your home a little bit different, more interesting, more exotic, for example. You might find yourself daydreaming. Maybe you're thinking about a family holiday, going away with some members of your family to some exotic location. It's great to attend spiritual functions or festivals. Maybe you go with a family member. And your mind and imagination are just open to a greater vision. Maybe you're reading more spiritual literature at home and trying to incorporate that into your normal everyday life. Maybe set up a meditation shrine or something in your bedroom, perhaps. The 10th of April to the 29th of April, Mercury then moves into your 6th house here. So this indicates it could be a lot of thinking, reading and learning about how to improve your work or how to become more efficient in your daily habits. And there could be a lot of discussions with co-workers, employers, employees, which sort of brainstorming can be quite successful in bringing about new techniques or new ways to do things that are going to be more efficient at work. You might also be talking about your health or your well-being. The 13th to the 16th of April, Mars squares your ascendant. Do be a little bit cautious here. Don't rush like a bull in a china shop, even though you've got the energy to do something. You might find that you're a bit impatient or irritable, and maybe you don't feel as obliging as you normally do. So just watch that and watch for accidents and incidents. So the way to do that is to be mindful of what you're doing and where your body is in space, and not to rush into things. Keep your mind on the present rather than the future. The 13th of April to the 24th of May, Mars moves into your home zone as well. So there's likely to be a lot of activity around your home. It'll be quite productive. Maybe you become more interested in do-it-yourself home improvements, and just watch for arguments with family members, friction with parents, and you might notice there's some old rivalries within the family, so just watch that. 16th of April sees a full moon in your 12th house over here. This is associated with your subconscious. It's also associated with institutions, prisons, mental health facilities, hospitals and things like that. So it's not, it's not a huge sort of potential for disaster or anything like that. What I'm just saying is this is a time where you're best to have some time alone to think about how you feel, some self-reflection. You could be feeling more sensitive than usual. You need more privacy and solitude. And just it's time to meditate and think about your dreams. It's a time of spiritual renewal. The 18th to the 20th of May, the sun moves into your 6th house here. Fabulous for your everyday work, your habits, your daily habits, how you use your time and energy. You could become more productive and more efficient with this. You have sort of flashes of insight, particularly around your health and well-being. Maybe you want to begin a self-improvement program and create better health habits, or maybe a new exercise regime or something like that. 28th of April to the 22nd of May, Mercury moves into your 7th house here. So this is fabulous for discussions with very close people, close partnerships like a husband and wife, or perhaps even a business partner. It's time to seek out the opinions and advice of other people that you trust. And the reason for that is you realise that talking about your problems actually does help. A problem shared is a problem halved. That's true. A time of great communications. Maybe you reach some sort of agreement to a problem that you've been having for a while. The 30th of April sees a new moon partial solar eclipse. And this is when you put your feelings on hold to attend to, normal everyday activities or perhaps your work. If you do have to put your feelings on hold, always come back to your feelings about things and reflect and think about them and feel them rather than pushing them down into your body. There could be some sort of issue around health, diet, nutrition, maybe putting your life in order. This is all about self-improvement at this time. The 14th of April to the 31st of May sees Saturn sextiling your moon. This is fabulous, brings peace. You feel better about yourself now. Other people express their appreciation. Maybe you've helped or supported them in the past and now they want to help you in some way. Your domestic life is likely to be more peaceful and harmonious. You might also be thinking about real estate or making improvements in your home, and with all of this energy here, there's quite likely to be activity to beautify your home or improve your home in some way. There's probably cooperation and teamwork with family members and friends as well, and it's really a time of quite good achievement around you at the moment. 30th of April to the 3rd of May, Mars sextiles Uranus. This is good because it's exciting and you want to do something different and you're likely to have more energy than usual. Maybe sports is on your agenda. You're likely to be quite spontaneous and just have these brilliant ideas and you want to go and act on them. Okay, so you'll probably have some surprises that are mostly positive, okay, as a result of this energy. 27th of April to the 7th of May, Jupiter sextiles Pluto, which is fabulous for dealing with business, government agencies, big organisations, authority figures. It's like people want to help you now, even if they ignored you in the past. There's been some sort of change of heart now and they want to support you in some way. You could also be called upon to be some sort of representative or take a leadership role, and you'll be pretty successful at that. Okay, so this is a wonderful month coming up, really. There's so many beneficial energies around. Life is never 100% smooth sailing, but you really got some good things happening this month, Savvy Sagittarius. Thank you so much for listening today. I hope this is helpful for you. Give it a like, leave a comment, or share on your socials. I would really appreciate that. And if you're new, please consider joining the channel and hit the notification bell as well. Okay, have a wonderful month, everyone, and I'm sending you all now many blessings. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.